In this video, we'll discuss what Web 3.0 is, how Bitcoin concepts relate to the development of our present internet, and what this implies for you as a user. Before we begin, I want to clarify the term Web 3.0 does not have a precise definition in any internet encyclopedia that the Institute of Global Technology has validated. I'm going to describe this new phenomenon that a lot of people are calling Web 3.0 after I give you a basic idea of what the internet claims Web 1.0 is and what a lot of people are claiming Web 2.0 is. Let's begin with the 1.0 version, which outlines what the internet was like when it first appeared between 1991 and 2004. Most of the internet consisted of only a collection of static web pages. That is to say, anytime you loaded them, all it did was display some content before disappearing. Some people referred to it as reading only, since they were not required to log in, engage with postings, or examine analytics. The majority of early time online content was not even lucrative through advertising revenue. It was essentially just one massive Wikipedia page with all of the articles linked to each other. Of course, as time passed, we gradually made changes, and technologies such as Flash and JavaScript introduced a plethora of new functionalities in various forms. On the other hand, consumers constituted the majority of internet users through this time. They wanted to increase their knowledge, so they turned to the internet. Web 2.0 is the following topic. The web has gone through significant development from roughly the year 2004 up until present day. The interactivity of the internet was one of the most popular shifts that took place. This meant that the web pages began receiving information from us in the pages themselves. These centralized firms started gathering data about us. At the same time, we used their services, such as Facebook and YouTube, as well as Google, so that they could provide us with superior material, which in turn would encourage us to spend more time on their respective websites. They could make more money as a result, but over time they realized that they could package up all of the information they had gathered about us and sell it to advertising. Web 2.0 is the age of targeted advertising, and people no longer have any expectation of online privacy. In exchange for exceptional programs like Facebook and Twitter, we knowingly and deliberately give away some of our privacy. In Web 2.0, if you and I are logged on to Facebook at the same time, we would see different news feeds because the content of the page depends on who is viewing it, which is a crucial point to make regarding a distinction in the Web 3.0 that we're going to go over in a minute. The content on your feed results from the corporation sorting data based on the information that you know you gave them, such as the number of times you liked the video or the length of time you spent watching a movie. But if you look at the advertisements they give you, you'll notice that they're sorting the data based on the information you were unaware of you were giving them. They were aware of the fact that you went out for tacos the other night. They were aware of this fact when you brought your children to school at nearly 8 a.m. except for Friday. What happened there? And there was even that one piece that suggested machine learning began displaying advertisements for parenting to a man because they knew he would be a father before he became one. If it was machine learning, it was probably because his girlfriend used their public IP address to search for her symptoms. The machine learning algorithm probably already knew when she was ovulating anyway. They have anticipated this outcome, whatever the cause may be. It's unsettling to think that one centralized company may hold all of our data regardless of whether or not we want them to. Next is Web 3.0. And this is what you came to learn about. Web 3.0 is the next stage in the evolution of the internet, most likely with the implementation of blockchain technology and various decentralization-related tools. When surfing social networks in Web 2.0, you were treated as a product. However, some people believe that in Web 3.0, you will be the owner of your content, including the things that you put online. Now, this is true, therefore, if you want the post to remain up, it will remain up, but if you take it down, they say that in Web 3.0, you will be able to control that. As we are all aware, when something is uploaded on the internet, it will typically remain online right currently, indefinitely. Here is an example of something that already exists. Odysee is a decentralized platform that was designed to compete with YouTube. Users can upload videos to the platform, and the content producers have the opportunity to earn library tokens by luring users to watch their videos. The problem with Odysee is that the administrators are powerless to prevent users from uploading videos. If someone else in the network wishes to share it after someone else in the network has uploaded it, the other person can technically download the video, after which they can let others watch the film, and then let them download it. If you're familiar with torrent networks, it's comparable to one of those. To elaborate on this point would not simply be stored on one of the Facebook servers. Therefore, it would be immune to attempts to delete it. Theoretically, it would be present on thousands of computers worldwide, providing protection against censorship and attacks in the blockchain social network you're currently using. Theoretically, this indicates that there would be a lot of unlawful and terrible things uploaded, but it would be in the name of freedom, and the users of the networks could presumably decide on a mechanism to decrease the amount of bad stuff posted. According to those knowledgeable about Web 3.0, we will eventually arrive at a stage on the internet where every business will be managed by a decentralized group known as a DAO. The acronym stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Because of DAO, there are no presidents or CEOs that need to be impressed. Those with the most tokens have the right to vote on how the company evolves in a way that is not constrained by the laws of any nation or family tradition. Censorship of social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter will not exist in the Web 3.0 environment. A single controlling authority can't shut it down. In conclusion, one of the most significant aspects of Web 3.0 is the fact that your online identity is not always tied to the identity you have offline. Because of this, you can browse websites, download files, shop online, engage in any kind of activity on the internet without fear of anyone discovering who you are. In conclusion, individuals thinking about Web 3.0 may want to keep these thoughts in mind for the long run. What Web 3.0 really means for us is that in the next decade, you may be able to buy a gift on Amazon gift cards using MetaMask and pay them with Ethereum. Additionally, you may be able to anonymously leave a like on one of your friends' posts using one of your hidden wallets. These are just two examples of what Web 3.0 means for us. There won't be any significant life-altering events related to this all at once. It will likely be a series of concepts that grow together until centralized firms like Facebook and Google are dismantled by the government and decentralized. Unregulated DAOs arise to replace them. Then, it'll be a series of ideas that grow together. In addition to that, I want to discuss the basis of Web 3.0 briefly. These days, a business known as Web3 Foundation provides financial assistance to incentive aimed at fostering greater decentralization on the internet. The three major projects are the blockchain Polkadot, the Polkadot Test Chain, and the Web3 Summit. However, the Web 3.0 Summit does not provide an accurate summary of what Web 3.0 is, but in addition to that, they provide a few grants, the majority of which are connected in some way to promoting and utilizing the Polkadot blockchain. Therefore, it would appear that the Polkadot team used the name Web3 as a brand to forward their agenda. On the other hand, this is not the focus of this channel. To give you an idea of what I mean by this, imagine that the firm Facebook bought the foundation for Web 2.0 and then claimed that they were the ones that first started it. While Web 2.0 is an idea, Facebook is a firm that already existed. In the same way that Polkadot represents a blockchain and Web 3.0 represents an idea, neither one of these things can claim ownership of the other. I just want all of you to be aware that Web 3.0 is a massive notion comprised of many distinct ideas. Not one idea was run by a foundation to get you excited about the internet's next step or buy their token. As we end this video, I want to thank you guys very much for watching this video and suggest that if you're going to help the education of Web 3.0, you should consider subscribing to this channel. We sincerely hope it was informative for you, and more than anything else, we look forward to seeing you in one of our future videos.